What does a man's greeting say about his feelings for you? Every word, every gesture, and even the way he holds eye contact can tell you more than you realize. The way he says hello is more than just a casual exchange, it's a reflection of his emotions, his thoughts, and maybe even his intentions. Are you ready to uncover the Stoic signs of attraction? In this video, we'll explore how simple actions, like the tone of his voice or a lingering glance, can reveal what's truly going on beneath the surface. Backed by insights from psychology and timeless Stoic principles, this guide will help you understand the signals he's sending, even when he doesn't say much. Whether it's the warmth of his smile, the enthusiasm in his greeting, or the way he chooses his words, you'll learn how to interpret these clues with confidence. So, stay with us until the end, because what you discover here might completely change the way you see those everyday moments. The enthusiastic greeting. Let's start with one of the most revealing signs, a man's enthusiastic greeting. When a man greets you with noticeable energy, a warm smile, or even a cheerful rise in his voice, it's a clear signal that your presence excites him. It's not just about being polite or friendly, this kind of greeting often comes straight from the heart, reflecting genuine joy and interest. Now, pay attention to personal touches. Does he greet you by name, or even use a nickname? These small, thoughtful details show that you're on his mind in a way that sets you apart from others. Stoicism reminds us that actions speak louder than words, and his enthusiasm is a natural and honest response to how much he values your presence. Picture this, he lights up the moment he sees you, greeting you with something like, "Hey, your name. I was just thinking about you." That kind of excitement can't be faked. If you notice it happening often, it's a strong indicator that you make a lasting impression. The warm hug. Now, let's explore one of the most telling signs of emotional closeness, the warm hug. A man's decision to include a hug in his greeting isn't just a casual action, it's often a powerful, unspoken message about how comfortable and connected he feels with you. Hugs are a way to bridge emotional gaps, creating a sense of closeness that words often fail to express. Here's the science behind it: when you share a genuine hug with someone, your body releases oxytocin, also known as the bonding hormone. This natural response fosters feelings of trust, comfort, and attachment. It's why a hug from someone you care about can instantly make you feel secure and valued. And for a man, offering that kind of physical closeness is often a subconscious way of saying, "You matter to me." But not all hugs are the same. There's a world of difference between a quick, polite tap on the back and a hug that lingers just a little longer. A brief, detached hug might signal formality or indifference, while a warm embrace that holds for an extra moment shows a deeper emotional investment. Pay attention to the details. Does his hug come with a gentle squeeze? Does it feel relaxed and natural, as if he's truly happy to see you? These nuances can reveal more about his feelings than he might ever say out loud. Another important clue is whether his hugs feel unique to you. Does he greet others the same way, or are his hugs reserved just for you? If he offers you warmth and closeness he doesn't share with others, it's a clear sign that you hold a special place in his life. Picture this, he pulls you in for a hug that feels genuine and lingers just a second longer than expected. Maybe there's even a soft smile or an exhale of relief, like being close to you is exactly where he wants to be. These aren't random gestures, they reflect his emotions and the bond he feels. A warm hug is more than a physical act, it's a gateway to understanding his deeper feelings. When it feels natural, comforting, and exclusive, it speaks to a level of affection and connection that words alone can't capture. Prolonged eye contact. Now, let's focus on one of the most intimate and revealing aspects of a man's greeting, prolonged eye contact. The way a man looks at you when he greets you can tell you so much more than his words ever could. Eye contact isn't just a social cue, it's a window into his feelings and intentions. When his gaze lingers a little longer than usual as he says hello, it's a strong sign of admiration and connection. Stoicism reminds us to pay attention to nonverbal communication, as it often speaks the truth that words cannot. Eye contact is one of the purest ways to gauge someone's emotions because it's difficult to fake sincerity in this form. Let's break it down. Casual eye contact is fleeting, it's polite, brief, and often just a formality. But meaningful eye contact has depth. When a man's eyes soften, widen slightly, or even light up when they meet yours, it shows you have his full attention. These small, involuntary changes often signal genuine interest and emotional connection. Prolonged eye contact also triggers a physiological response. Research shows it activates parts of the brain associated with bonding and affection, making it one of the most powerful nonverbal indicators of closeness. This level of focus shows that he's not distracted or preoccupied. In that moment, you are the center of his attention. Imagine this scenario: he looks at you with a steady gaze, his eyes reflecting warmth and sincerity. There's no rush, no darting glance, just a quiet moment where his focus is entirely on you. That kind of gaze doesn't just happen with anyone. It's reserved for someone he genuinely admires and values. The next time he greets you, pay attention to how long his eyes meet yours. If his gaze feels meaningful and consistent, it's a clear sign of the connection he feels with you, one that words might struggle to convey. The gentle touch. Let's move on to another powerful yet often overlooked sign, the gentle touch. A light touch on your shoulder, arm, or hand during a greeting may seem simple, but it carries much emotional weight. Touch is one of the most natural ways humans express closeness, and when it's included in a man's greeting, it can reveal just how comfortable and connected he feels with you. Touch has always been a deeply personal form of communication. It's not just about the action itself, it's about the intention behind it. A man who lightly touches your arm as he says hello may be expressing more than just casual friendliness. That simple gesture often reflects an emotional bond, a way of saying, "I feel close to you," without using words. What makes these touches significant is that they are reserved for specific people. Think about it: does he greet everyone with the same gentle gesture, or is it unique to you? If his touch feels intentional and exclusive, it's a strong sign that you hold a special place in his life. The context of the touch matters, too. Is it a brief, polite tap, or does it linger just enough to catch your attention? A quick touch might be friendly, but one that lingers even slightly longer often hints at deeper feelings. It's his way of bridging the gap between words and emotions, creating a sense of connection that feels personal and meaningful. Picture this: he greets you with a smile and gently places his hand on your arm while speaking. The gesture is subtle yet warm, making you feel seen and valued. That kind of touch isn't random, it's deliberate, and it reflects the level of comfort and care he feels in your presence. Touch, when genuine and reserved, is one of the most telling signs of deeper emotional bonds. If his gentle greeting feels natural and consistent, it's likely his way of showing affection and connection without overstepping boundaries. The compliment-infused greeting. Now, let's talk about the compliment-infused greeting, a sign that shows a man's attentiveness and admiration. When a man pairs his hello with a thoughtful compliment, it reveals that he's not just going through the motions. He's noticing you, your appearance, your energy, or even your recent achievements, and taking the time to acknowledge it. Compliments in this context aren't shallow flattery, they're genuine observations that highlight what stands out to him. Think about it: does he greet you with something like, "You look amazing today," or, "I love how you always bring such great energy to a room"? These kinds of remarks are specific and personal, showing that he's not just speaking out of habit but genuinely values something unique about you. A Stoic man doesn't waste words. He doesn't compliment for the sake of it, he acknowledges qualities that resonate deeply with him. This intentionality makes his words all the more meaningful. His compliments are a reflection of what he truly admires, whether it's the way you carry yourself, the effort you put into your work, or even the positive vibe you bring to his day. Imagine this: you're greeted with a warm smile and the words, "That color looks amazing on you," or, "I've been meaning to tell you, your ideas in the meeting were brilliant." These compliments go beyond the surface. They're his way of letting you know that he sees you, not just your looks, but the essence of who you are. A compliment-infused greeting is more than a kind word, it's a statement of appreciation. When his greeting feels personal and thoughtful, it's a strong sign of admiration and a deeper connection. The nervous greeting. Let's turn our attention to the nervous greeting, a surprisingly telling sign of deeper feelings. When a man greets you with visible nervousness, it's often because he deeply cares about how he's perceived. This vulnerability might show up as fidgeting, a slightly shaky voice, or even awkward laughter. While these behaviors may seem small, they reflect a much larger emotional investment. Psychologically, nervousness often stems from wanting to make a good impression. It's a sign that he's overthinking every detail of the interaction, what to say, how to act, and how you might respond. This kind of self-awareness doesn't just happen with anyone, it's reserved for people whose opinions truly matter. Picture this: he walks up to greet you, but instead of a smooth and confident hello, he stumbles over his words or nervously adjusts his posture. Maybe he fumbles with his hands or lets out a little laugh that seems out of place. While it might seem like discomfort on the surface, what it reveals is his desire to get it right. He's nervous because he values the interaction, and, by extension, he values you. Stoicism teaches us to embrace moments of vulnerability as a sign of authenticity. A nervous greeting, though imperfect, is often more honest than a polished, rehearsed one. It's a glimpse into his genuine emotions, showing that he cares deeply about the connection and fears doing something that might ruin it. So, the next time you notice a man greeting you with nervous energy, don't dismiss it as awkwardness. Instead, recognize it for what it is, a reflection of how much he values your presence and the impression he's trying to make. The attentive greeting. Next, let's explore the attentive greeting, a sign that shows just how much a man values you and pays attention to the details of your life. When his greeting goes beyond a simple hello and includes thoughtful questions or references to past conversations, it reveals more than politeness, it's a sign of genuine care and emotional connection. This type of greeting requires effort and memory. It's not something someone does casually. If he greets you with something like, "How was your big presentation yesterday?" or, "Did you end up trying that restaurant you mentioned?" it shows he's actively listening and remembers the little things you've shared. These thoughtful touches prove that he's invested in understanding and connecting with you. Stoicism teaches us to observe actions, not just words. A man who greets you with questions that reflect thoughtfulness is demonstrating that he values your presence and wants to show it in meaningful ways. He's not just acknowledging your existence, he's showing that he remembers you, your experiences, and even your dreams. Imagine this scenario: he approaches with a warm smile and says, "Hey, how's your new project going? You seemed excited about it last time." That kind of greeting isn't just small talk, it's a sign that he's paying attention to what matters to you, even when you're not around. An attentive greeting is rare because it takes effort. But when it happens, it speaks volumes. It's a powerful way of showing respect, admiration, and emotional attachment, proving that you're someone worth cherishing. The lingering goodbye. Now, let's talk about the lingering goodbye, a powerful mirror to a man's greeting. The way he says goodbye can reveal just as much about his feelings as the way he says hello. When a man hesitates to leave or stretches the moment, it's often a clear sign of emotional attachment. The difficulty of parting often mirrors the depth of his feelings. This type of goodbye isn't rushed or casual. Instead, it's filled with small actions that show he doesn't want the interaction to end. He might linger in the conversation, finding reasons to keep talking even after the main topic is over. Or perhaps he subtly suggests plans for the future, like, "We should catch up again soon," or, "Let me know when you're free next." These gestures aren't just polite, they're a way of keeping the connection alive. Stoicism teaches us to pay attention to the emotions behind actions. A lingering goodbye reflects an internal struggle, a part of him wants to stay longer, even if he knows it's time to go. It's a moment where his feelings are laid bare, whether he intends to show them or not. Picture this: you're about to part ways, but instead of a quick farewell, he pauses, his voice softens, and he makes one last comment to extend the moment. Maybe it's something like, "I enjoyed this," or, "Take care, and let's talk soon." That hesitation speaks volumes about how much he values your presence and wishes to stay connected. A lingering goodbye isn't just about reluctance to leave, it's about savoring the time spent together and hoping for more. When a man struggles to walk away, it's a sure sign that you hold a special place in his heart. The formal greeting. Let's delve into a more unexpected sign, the formal greeting. At first glance, a reserved or formal greeting might seem distant or impersonal. But in some cases, it can mask hidden emotions or uncertainty. A man who greets you with a handshake, a polite nod, or a measured smile might be struggling to balance his emotions while maintaining composure. Stoicism teaches us the value of measured expressions. Sometimes, a formal approach is not about a lack of interest but rather an effort to manage deeper feelings. He may be unsure of how to express himself, especially if he values your opinion or fears saying the wrong thing. This restraint can reveal an internal struggle, one that hints at emotions he isn't ready, or doesn't know how, to show. Contrast this with casual greetings he might give to others. If his formal demeanor is unique to you, it could signify that he's overthinking how to approach you, trying to strike the right balance between respect and connection. Over time, you may notice subtle shifts in his greetings. Perhaps his smile becomes warmer, or he transitions from a handshake to a more relaxed gesture. These changes often reflect growing comfort and confidence as he feels more at ease in your presence. Picture this: at first, he greets you with a formal, "Hello, how are you?" accompanied by a reserved smile. But as the weeks go by, that greeting evolves into something more personal, perhaps a friendly, "Hey, it's great to see you again." These transitions show that his feelings are progressing and that he's finding ways to express them more openly. A formal greeting might seem understated, but it's often a sign of hidden emotions and deeper internal struggles. Pay attention to how his demeanor shifts over time. Those changes might reveal a growing connection he's trying to navigate with care and respect. The genuine smile. Finally, let's talk about one of the most unmistakable signs of a man's true feelings, the genuine smile. A natural, warm smile that reaches his eyes isn't just a polite gesture. It's a powerful and reliable indicator of happiness, affection, and emotional connection. Psychologically, authentic smiles are tied to subconscious reactions. They're not something you can force or fake, they happen naturally when someone feels genuine joy in your presence. These smiles light up the entire face, softening the eyes and creating a sense of warmth that's impossible to miss. Imagine this scenario: the moment he sees you, his face brightens, his smile widens, and his eyes reflect a spark of happiness. There's no hesitation or effort in this expression, it's an unspoken way of saying, "I'm truly glad to see you." This kind of reaction speaks volumes about how much he values your presence. Stoicism reminds us that emotions are often revealed through actions rather than words, and a genuine smile is one of the simplest yet most profound ways to express affection. It's a silent, yet unmistakable signal of connection. Pay close attention to the consistency of his smile. If he lights up every time he greets you, it's not just a coincidence, it's an emotional response that reveals how much you mean to him. A genuine smile isn't just a greeting, it's a reflection of his true feelings, making it one of the clearest signs of admiration and affection. In this video, we've uncovered 10 powerful signs hidden within a man's greeting, signs that reveal his true feelings without him needing to say much. From enthusiastic greetings and warm hugs to genuine smiles and lingering goodbyes, every action holds meaning. Stoicism reminds us that actions often speak louder than words, and by observing these cues, you can gain a deeper understanding of what's truly in your heart. Now, it's your turn. Which of these signs have you noticed in someone's greeting? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your experiences. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on more insights like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.